So we're going to pick up on example 6b. We are just running through solving some equations. We solved one at the end of class Friday, and it was, okay, this is algebraically, right? If it says algebraically, I expect to see some work, some algebra happening. You don't just magically come to an answer on something like these. We set it equal to 0. There was a GCF. We had the slip and slide or product of AC. And I know at the very end, we were doing our brief solving there. Okay? Now, I have another algebraic one we need to review. Takes a totally different route. What has to be our thought process on B?
Get the square root out.
Get the square root out. Before we get it out, we first have to get it by itself. Okay, so you would have heard me in Algebra 2 probably say isolate the radical.
Yeah.
Okay, that's, So to isolate this radical, what do I need to move?
3 over.
We're going to move the 3 over. So then I have square root of x plus 1 equals 2x minus 3. Once your radical is isolated, now we need to get the radical out, in your words. How do we get the radical out?
Square root both sides. Square both sides.
How about we square both sides? I don't want a square root. It's already a square root. I don't want to do the square root of a square root. We're going to square. The opposite of square rooting something is to square. Now, on the left, what do you get when you square the square root of x plus 1?
X plus 1.
You get whatever's under the radical, you get x plus 1. On the right, what do we need to consider about squaring this? You got a FOIL. This is not 4x squared plus 9. Okay? That's the shortcut wrong answer. We need to FOIL this. So I don't know if I have to write this out like this, but I'm going to, just to make sure we're all on the same spot here. Okay? So, if I FOIL this, first, 2x times 2x is
4x squared.
4x squared. Outsides, 2x times negative 3?
6x.
Minus 6x. What about my insides? Minus 6x. What's minus 6x and minus 6x? Can I go ahead and say minus 12x? Okay. Minus 3 times minus 3? Plus 9. Okay, now what?
Somebody said?
Equal to 0.
Oh, wait,
The
no,
x
never mind.
plus
That was...
1 over.
Okay, let's make this equal to 0. And as we make this equal to 0, easiest on me is going to be to subtract the x and subtract the 1 over, because I like to keep my x squared term positive. So 0 equals 4x squared minus 13x plus 8. So slip and slide or product of AC is what we usually go to check next, yes? Whether you slip and slide or whether you product of AC, what are you going to need a product and sum of? You're going to slide the 4 over, 4 times 8. We're going to need a product of 32 and a sum of negative 13. Well, my brain says 1 and 32, 2 and 16, 3 doesn't work, 4 and 8,
2. Wait.
those are my options. Do any of those work to give me 13?
No solution.
Quadratic formula.
When factoring fails, and notice, product of AC and slip and slide, you were going to have to find the same product and sum. I just didn't physically move my 4 over because I knew what was coming. And I think some of you caught on to that I knew what was coming. And Didn't do as I normally do. Okay, so move that 4 back over. Don't try and do quadratic formula here, unless you have that 4 back where it goes. Let's do quadratic formula. What do we start with?
X equals A. No. I got a pink sheet. X equals negative B.
Negative B. What's negative B going to be?
Plus or minus square root of 13.
13. Plus or minus square root of
B squared.
B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. So under my radical, I have negative 13 squared minus 4 times 4 times 8 all over 2 times 4.
Is there any way we can look at this equation and know we're going to have to do this or not? You just have to go until you get to the point where you're factoring.
It's when you figure out product and sum, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, looking at the problem, I don't feel like I necessarily could have told you it wasn't going to work.
All right.
I mean, sometimes I can. Don't get me wrong there. But on this one, I don't necessarily feel like I could have. So, okay, 13 plus or minus the square root of, 13 squared is going to be 169 minus 4 times 4 times 8. 4 times 8 is 132. 132 times 4. No, my brain's failing me.
128.
Is it 128?
Yeah.
Okay.
Negative 128.
I have minus 128, yeah. All over 8. So 13 plus or minus, what's 169 minus 128? 41. All over 8. What do you think? What do you know about 41? Does it have any perfect squares in it?
I don't think so. No.
No, 41 is what I would classify as prime. Its only factors are 1 in itself, so it's not going to make perfect squares in it. So nothing, you're there. Okay? You could leave your answer like this. Depending on the scenario, you could maybe say 13/8 plus or minus the square root of 41 over 8. I have both on my answer key for whatever reason. In all honesty, we usually leave that first one, don't we? Unless there's a reason that they'd want it separated. I would probably go for the first one, but the second one works as well. Okay? Questions there? You good? Okay. I think your 30s, 30, 32, 34, 36, I think are the algebra ones. Okay? If I recall. So if it says solve algebraically, I expect to see some steps. Now, I am curious. Let me double check. I can double check, I guess. Okay, it says solve algebraically and confirm graphically. Confirm graphically, folks. No. Okay? Forget that. Solve algebraically, yes. If it says confirm graphically, I mean, you can if you're really unsure about your answer. Confirm graphically would be, graphing it and checking your answer against it, and we'll talk about that here in a moment. But solve algebraically is what I'm looking for. Okay? Okay, shall we look at some graphs? Okay, you'll notice the next section says solve graphically. And this is what your 40s are doing. Now, to solve graphically, What has to be, what do we have to make happen? What has to be true? Okay, we have to have this in a form we can put it in the calculator, right? We can't just put it in the form as is. Okay, because your calculator wants you to put y equals. Okay, so there's a couple of different ways we can approach this, but what we're going to approach is make the equation equal to 0. Now, with that in mind, the book usually specifically states something, and I'm trying to think of how their wording is. Solve the equation graphically by converting it to an equivalent equation with 0 on the right-hand side. Okay, specifically 0 on the right-hand side. In all honesty, you could do it either way. Your graph looks different, though. Okay, that's just the only difference. Now, how do I make this equation equal to 0? What do I have hanging out on the right-hand side?
Oh, wait, it's the right hand side.
I did.
I say so.
This one's the right. Okay, so the right-hand side, I have this radical, yes? And it's one radical, which moves as an item. And this 3 is multiplied to the radical. So that's like saying like 3x or something. So this piece on the right all moves as 1. So we're just going to, it's a positive 3 square root of x plus 6. So we're going to subtract 3 square root of x plus 6. Now, folks, I'm just trying to get this in a form so I can put it in the calculator. Don't try to do any solving on me. Okay, we're not trying to solve or do anything crazy like that. So on the left, I already have a absolute value of 2x minus 1. And then what are we going to do? We're going to subtract over 3 square root of x plus 6. And now what's it equal? 0. Okay. Your job is to graph this down. So I'm going to write on here, we're going to graph the equation y equals, and that's what we just found, absolute value of 2x minus 1 minus 3 square root of x plus 6. Okay, you're graphing that. And we'll talk about here in a moment your answer. So go ahead and work on graphing. There's a learning curve here, isn't there? Don't give me that look. Just graph it. Just give me a look. What's her look?
I need to do
Absolute value.
the value.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, when I go into my y equals screen, I need to clear this. Also, is your plot still on?
Yeah.
You might arrow up there and just press enter on it and turn it off. Okay, that's an easy way to do that. Just because sometimes it will interfere with your graph and give you an error. Sometimes it won't. But if you ever see an error about stat plot, always go to check and make sure your stat plot's turned off. Okay, absolute value. I like to use shortcuts. Okay, you want the long way first? I'll do the long way first. The long way, almost anything you need to find can be found somewhere in the math menu. This is just giving you an FYI. Okay, most things can be found in the math menu. And now this one though, you have to go over to you have to arrow one to the right to the num menu. And then notice number 1 is ABS, yes? That's the long way, because then you hit enter and guess what? It's there. Now, I'm going to clear that out. I'm going to do the shortcut. The other, what's more convenient, up here above these top row buttons, you have F1, F2, F3, F4, F5. There's cool little shortcuts in there. Okay? If I do alpha, I'm guessing F2. Yes. It has some cool little shortcuts in there. It pops up that menu when I do alpha F2, and ABS is the top thing. So 2 different ways to get to absolute value. And I'm trying to think.
Does like a 0 thing.
Okay. Now, work on typing.
Excuse me.
I can't put X. It's okay.
2x minus 1 minus 3x. That's a weird looking graph.
Yeah, it's all that's a concerning
I
graph.
don't like that.
What?
I don't like that graph. It's like,
It's a funky thing, isn't it?
Instead of the X, it gives me like a 0.
Using, oh, this isn't, you normally use your own.
Yeah, I
So your mode is,
Graph.
okay, now you're gonna have to start over
that's
because it was in the wrong mode.
Wait, did you guys get a straight line?
no.
Go to a 10 by 10 screen, Thomas.
Windows.
So if I graph this right now, Thomas was just asking if I got a straight line. I did, but it's not just a straight line. Can I see the origin right now? Can I see the X and Y axis? No. This is why I always say, depending on what you're doing last, I always like to reset by doing a
What did you
zoom 6.
Oh, I got it the opposite. Ew.
Why is one line smaller than the other?
Why does it just look like that?
I got something different.
Yeah, I'm getting something different.
Okay, what did you type in
Oh, I think I see.
to your Y equals?
Oopsie.
Where is your minus sign in front of the 3?
Yeah.
So if you do a second insert, you can, and then type your minus sign. You don't have to retype the whole thing.
Yeah, now I got
Okay.
I do it and then just.
Now wait. Okay.
Oh,
So
that's a problem.
go. Okay. First of all, go put that in front of the 3.
Yeah.
That needs to be a minus sign.
I'll put a negative sign. -3.
Then go out there and get rid of that extra 6.
And it should be
Try
fine.
that.
There it works.
Okay.
I put a -3.
Okay. Are we getting to a point where graphs match? Do a zoom 6.
Yeah,
that will reset
they
things.
know.
Does that make
They
sense?
have it all yesterday. I had
There you
go.
Okay. Now, we've graphed it. Am I done?
No.
No, we're supposed to solve this. What do I mean?
Find the x's.
Where are the x's?
Where the graph crosses.
The
Y
zeros.
equals 0.
Where the graph crosses the x-axis, yes? Okay. Now, do you guys already know how to find your zeros?
Yes.
Your x-intercepts.
Calc. 0.
Okay. This is where you're going to go into your calc menu, which is right above trace. So second, calc. We're going to go to number 2, 0. And remember, it's going to ask you questions, right? Follow their prompts. Left bound. I'm starting with my left intersect. So my left bound is left of it. Enter. Right bound. I'm going right of it, so I'm below in that case. Enter. Guess. I'm moving back to this spot. Now, I'm not stopping because it still says guess, correct? This is what I wonder if some of you fell into. So I'm not done there. Now I'm going to hit enter. Notice now it says 0. So one of my solutions is approximately negative 2.36. Yes? And you owe me another answer, right?
5.61.
You guys agree with them? I haven't done mine yet,
Oh
but
yeah, I always agree with Brody. Except when it comes to football.
in this case, my left bound is before it, so I'm below. Right bound is to the right of it. Guess. After I arrow back to guess, hit enter, and notice it tells me my 0 of approximately 5.61. Okay?
Easily enough.
So not too bad, was it?
No, that,
The hardest part is getting all the graph to cooperate and everything. Okay? As a reminder, what did we do? We made our equation equal 0. Okay? And then after we made our equation equal 0, we graphed y equals whatever we got. And then lastly, we looked for x-intercepts. Or the fancy word for x-intercepts is zeros. Okay? And in order to do that, I did second and the trace button, which takes me to the calc menu. And then we went to zeros. Okay? Are we good? Good? Okay. Write whatever reminders you want in your notes. This is just, some reminders. Have you tried B?
Nope.
Okay. On B, again, do not try and work this problem in any sense. All we need to do is make it equal to 0. That's all we need to do. Don't try and adjust it. Don't try and oh, hey, I'm going to put these things together. You can type whatever junk you want into your calculator, can't you? So you don't need to put anything together. Okay? So in this case, if I'm going to get 0 on the right, I already have x plus 2 to the negative 1 on the left. I'm going to leave it as is. Then what? We're going to have to subtract x to the negative 1 and subtract 2x. These are two different terms this time, yes? So, I'm going to have x plus 2 to the negative 1. I'm going to subtract x to the negative 1. And I'm going to subtract 2x. And I want it to equal 0. So, we're going to graph y equals x plus 2 to the negative 1 minus x to the negative 1 minus 2x. And then you're going to find an answer.
What?
Must be a good one.
Did I do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember what it looks like. Probably not. It's probably kind of goofy.
What did you get for it? Well, let me see what I get.
At least there's only one X.
Mine is up there to compare against now.
Why is yours so different?
What did you get?
I don't got no line.
Someone typed something in wrong. Okay.
Oh, -1.
How many answers am I going to have this time?
One.
It appears 1, yes? Now, and keep in mind, you never know. Make sure you have a 10 by 10 screen. There might be occasions you need to zoom out. Maybe there's other answers somewhere. But in this case, there's only 1. Okay. Have you tried to find this answer? It might be a fun one to find. I don't remember. So I'm going to go find my 0. My left bound. Okay. So you're just going to arrow left. So right now it starts on this upper piece. You just keep arrowing left, and then it hops when it gets to that, So now, there we go. Once I get above that intersection, that's my left bound. When I go to the right, now I'm right bound. My guess, I can't really get very close with my guess. That's just the way it works. You should have a 0 that matches mine.
0.2. Error. Oh man. That's a very weird looking graph.
Error is not the right answer.
Wait a minute, your line's on a different side than mine is.
Did you forget a negative or something?
I was gonna say, check what you typed in, yeah? Know your y equals.
Or not? Yeah. Oh, I see it.
X plus 2.
Yeah.
Yours shifted the graph right to instead of left to.
Plus.
Not that I even know what this graph originally looks like, but okay. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing as the number one problem. Can we type in the right equation? Just saying. Okay, you get in the hang of what you need to do though, right? Now, what do you notice in the bottom section? It says seeing grapher failure and not seeing hidden behavior. This is just the quirky ones. How's that for an answer? Okay, so let's go ahead. They're already, A is already in y equals form, yes? Are we good with this one?
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep us moving. You guys are supposed to have work time. And so you're just going to graph this. Y equals 3 minus 1 over square root of x squared minus 1. I hope you see the reason I have you guys all out using the calculator, yes? This is where you're going to learn what your mistakes are.
Oh.
What's that I got now?
Is this
How do you have two?
solution?
What is this? What? Oh my! What did I type this time wrong? Oh, I'm like, what did you check?
It is not no solution according to my notes.
Is it where it touches there?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Go back.
Go back.
Okay, guys.
You kept it.
Once you get the right graph,
Whoa.
work on trying to find the answer. I can't remember exactly. Sometimes zeros work in this scenario, sometimes they don't. Okay? So here's the deal. You've got to kind of, figure out. We're looking for where the graph touches the x-axis. Does it touch the x-axis at those points?
I don't know.
Okay? I don't know. Does zeros work if I try zeros?
It didn't for me. It did.
Okay, that's what I was trying to remember. So if I go to a left bound,
Oh, but dude, I did it myself.
ooh, I got it to work. Okay,
Is it gonna work even if the y doesn't equal 0?
okay, so, are you talking about this value right here?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, are we getting a 0 to pop up? I know y doesn't show a 0, but I'm going to discuss that here in a moment, because that's a hugely important thing to recognize. I need you guys to understand what is going on here. Okay? If you can get this, you're good. You have found a 0. Notice, first of all, I know the question is, y doesn't equal 0, but does it say 0 right there?
Mm-hmm.
It does. Now, think with me. 1.2, I'm going to erase this, so, times 10 to the negative 12th. Tell me what 1.2 times 10 to the negative 12th does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Point. You seeing where I'm going with this?
It's close enough.
Really close to 0. Is that really close to 0?
Yeah.
Okay? And you guys may not even have the same scientific notation piece that I have up there. But here's what I will tell you. They do that sometimes. You found a 0. It's telling you in words it is a 0. I don't 100% understand why sometimes it pops up y equals 0 as it should, and other times it doesn't. But realize when they're popping up that scientific notation thing, they're popping up something that is very, very, very close to 0. Fair enough? Okay, so with this in mind, we got one answer as what? Okay, I know for whatever reason in my notes I have negative 1.054. I wrote it as 1.054. I agree. Actually, it'd be 1.05, wouldn't it?
Wait, no.
Or tell the 5 to stay. Okay, I thought I heard something about 6, so.
6.
Okay. Did you find your other answer?
Nope, not yet.
Don't make me do something. I know I'm doing it right now. Right now.
This time you're left bound. I would
It told
do
me
just
no.
before it.
It says me error. No sign change.
It's the same.
And you don't have your bounds foot placed right.
It's the same. Just
Do I actually not?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Bless you.
There's the.
And it's telling you no sign change. You don't have a bounds on either side. You have them both on the same side is what it's trying to tell you.
Oh, like. What it is? Well, one here, right?
Okay, that's fine, yeah.
When you go another.
Now, what I would do, go to the right, because you have to get, okay. And I would put it hidden or right there.
Yes. Oh,
Okay? Okay,
I'll put it next to it.
B, it's already ready to go, isn't it? Have you started graphing it?
Mm-hmm.
You have to grab all of that. Oh.
Yep. Without making mistakes.
I got this.
Graphing y equals x cubed minus 1.1 x squared minus 65.4x plus 229.5. Good luck. Don't make mistakes, please.
Wow.
Oh, whoa, that's a pretty, oh. Hello.
I'll just wait for you to explain how to find the 0 on this one.
I don't even remember, honestly.
Yeah. Is it? Wait, this is just a straight line.
And
So-
then, wait, no, there's another sheet.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Boom.
Okay. How many answers do you think there are? Okay. First of all, off to the left, what do we definitely see?
Straight line.
Okay. Technically, it's not straight, but is there going to be an answer over there? Okay. Did you find that answer? Let's start there. Second calc, 0. Now, as I arrow over there, notice I'm starting at 0, 229. So I'm starting up on the y-intercept. And could we zoom out and see this whole graph if we wanted to?
Yeah.
We could. Do you have to?
No.
No, sometimes you need to, but left bound. I'm going somewhere over here by x equals around -9, yes? So I'm going to watch my x pieces here.
Oh, why is this?
And I passed right by it, didn't I?
You moved to the screen.
I did.
How do you get on Y? It's not that. Look at that.
Okay,
Make
couple of things here, guys. First of all, are you struggling like I am to find your little points?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we agree it looks like it's going to be around -9-ish, yes?
Yeah.
That's not a specific answer, but that's the ballpark. I'm over here at -9.09. Notice right here my cursor is up at 11. If I go one more left, my cursor is down at -18. So what happened? It just skipped a big portion. You can do it like this, because if I hit left bound, right there as I'm down at -18, that puts me on the left. And then if I hit right bound while I'm up at 11, I've passed through it. My guess, I'm just not even going to do anything. Notice it shows it right at -9. Now, it might have been easier to zoom in on that. Okay, but I'm also trying to save time here. It's taking longer than I thought it would today.
I can't find my cursor at all.
So look at your XYs, where are you at?
-9.
Okay, I never saw my cursor.
Wait,
Okay, no, I never saw my cursor. So you're down at -151. So what happens if you arrow right? You're still at -116, arrow right. Still at -82, arrow right. -49. Okay, I would go ahead. That's the closest you're going to get based on what I just hit. Hit enter. Make that your left bound. Now, arrow right. Now you're in a positive. So now your cursor went from down here to up here. Hit enter. Just hit enter again for guess because we can't get any closer than that.
I see.
I can do this.
Now, guys, I'm going to ask that we zoom in on this other spot. And I have a zooming technique to teach you that I love to use in this scenario. Okay? So, go to your zoom menu. Number 1, ZBox. I love to use ZBox because it lets me put a box around what I want to zoom in on. Okay? I want us to zoom in on that little piece where it looks like a parabola. I want us to zoom in on that. So now, I'm going to go to number 1, ZBox. I'm going to hit enter. And what you're going to do is you're going to move your cursor over to that area. Okay? So I'm going to move my cursor over to that area. And what we're going to do is when we're ready, you hit enter, and that will put, once you hit enter, that sets a corner of the box we're going to draw. Okay, so like right now, I'm right there. I'm going to hit enter. Now as I continue, my cursor is drawing a box. I'm going to go down to the diagonal corner, and I'm going to draw a box. When I hit enter next time, my screen is going to zoom in on what you're seeing in your box.
Oh, shoot.
And now, I'm really zoomed in on the bottom of that curve. Yes? Okay?
I can get this, but then,
Does your second one not work?
Okay,
like,
hit enter.
yeah, my second one doesn't work.
You gotta go diagonal.
Then go down. No, don't hit enter to go down.
Oh,
You don't hit enter till you get to that diagonal corner.
I got you.
There's the issue.
Zoom, one.
And you don't even have to pick the upper left. You just pick a corner, and then you go to the diagonal corner and you hit enter once you get down there.
Oh, I see.
So you only get to set 2 corners.
That makes sense.
Now, in all honesty, I don't know if I'm zoomed in enough to see what I need to see, but how many more answers do I have to find?
One,
2.
2.
Are there 2? Hidden behavior. Did you get your box figured out? Okay. Everyone get their box figured out.
Yes.
Are you working to find 2 answers? And you guys know what to do here, right? Second calc, 0, what did I hit? 0. You get 1 at 5. And, gosh dang it, what did I hit? You get 1 at, is it 5.1?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we have? -9, 5, and 5.1.
Yeah, but, shoot.
Okay, now, folks, I asked you at the beginning of this problem, how many answers are there?
Okay.
And you guys understandably said you thought there would be 2. Here's how I knew you were probably wrong. What's the highest power in this problem?
3.
3. What does that mean there are?
3.
There are, well, and I'm going to say 3 roots of some sort. Do they all have to be real? They don't. But here's the deal. If there's any imaginary ones, they're going to go in pairs. We could physically see at least 2, which means all 3 were physically going to be there somewhere. We just had to figure out where. Okay? Okay. Beware. I think 51 is where your hidden behavior pops up. 40s are your graphs. Okay? You're supposed to have a bunch of work time today.
Oh, we got so much in
Ugh.
this.
Okay. Get the homework done for tomorrow. Okay?